and 9 of Gyam Vidyapeeth and Gyam Vidyalaya English Medium are going to debate on the topic that for the holistic development of the children, the co-curricular activities should be more emphasized than the academic curriculum. We have among ourselves the participants from Gyam Vidyalaya English Medium. They are Shubham Agarwal from class 9C, Aditya Singh 9C, Sameer Vats Mishra 9C, Ashish Jha 8C. And we have the participants from Gyam Vidyapeeth. They are Rashikant Reddy 9B, Krishnendra Bhattacharya 9B, Rishabh Agarwal 8A and Sikandar Kabir Ali 8B. Now we are going to start with our debate on the topic for the holistic development of the students. Co-curricular activities should be more important than the academic curriculum.
Good morning everyone present here. I am Sameer Vats Mishra from class 9E representing Gbem Vidyalaya English Medium. Today we are going to say in the favor of co-curricular activities. Our team consists of Ashish Jha, Aditya Singh, Shubham Agarwal and myself. Co-curriculum promotes holistic development by providing the students with opportunity beyond academics to develop skills like teamwork, leadership. They allow the students to explore and cultivate interests like sports, arts, drama, music, etc. Participation in co-curricular activity fosters values like discipline, resilience, etc. These values build them for the challenges of adulthood. Thank you.
A very good afternoon to my respected teachers, respected chief guests and all my dear friends. Myself, Rishikant Trivedi and I read in class 9. Today, I would like to say thank you to such respected teachers to give me such a challenging opportunity in the favor of academic curriculum. Today, I am going to representing my arguments in the favor of academic curriculum. As for the side of education, holistic development of children in which the co-curricular activity are being more focused on academic achievements. But in reality, both play primary for the assessment of children to get promoted to next class in higher cases. Thank you.
Good afternoon everyone present here. This is Ashish Jha from 8C. Today I am going to speak in the favor of the topic. As my opponent said that we have to be good in our academics in order to pass our classes. But I would like to tell that when life takes the exam, they are not subject wise. And these cannot be taught by any book or any educational teachers. And why I am telling that co-curricular activities is such important. Co-curricular activity is just not an activity, but it is a life teaching skills. It teaches us the skills which will be with us throughout our life. Thank you.
Good afternoon to my respected gentlemen, teachers and my dear friends. I am Rishabh Agarwal of class 8 from Gyam Vidyapeeth. Today's topic of our debate is for holistic development of our children, co-curriculum activities are more important than academic curriculum. I am representing my thoughts in the favor of academic curriculum because I think that co-curriculum activities are the result of academic curriculum. This is because without our understanding or having the proper knowledge of any subject, Good afternoon everyone present here. I am Sugandha Ali from class 8B representing Gyem Bharati Vidyapeeth. Today I will share my thoughts in the favor of academic courses. Apart from this, it can also be said that co-curricular activities are time consuming and expensive. For example, think you are making a model in science in the topic of windmill. You will require to go to market, buy a motor, a mill to work it, and cardboards. It will be expense for you, and it will also take time to make it and go to market to purchase it too. If you study on that much time, you can score higher grades. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Shubham Agarwal from class 9C, representing Gyem Bharati Vidyalaya English Medium. Co-curricular activities helps the student develop mentally and physically. Academics makes us learn the skills, but co-curricular activities makes the skills develop in us through physical exercise, through practices, etc. Co-curricular activities makes us learn more than academics. There are many people in India who are very talented, who are academically very strong, but while they go for an interview of a competitive exam, they fail to express what they want to say. Co-curricular activities makes us habituated with all this speaking, arguing, etc. Thank you.
A very good afternoon, respected Rector Ma'am, Chief Honorable Judges, respected teachers, and my dear friends. My name is Krishnendu Bhattacharya. I read in class 9B, representing Gyem Bharati Vidyapeeth. Today, I would like to thank Rector Ma'am to give us in such kind of challenging opportunity to represent my arguments in the favor of the educational curriculum. Nowadays, it is seen that educational curriculum are much focused for the one who can do the test or any kind of state or national level examination. They require seldom to perform their co-curricular activities in the selection process. But in such kind of extracurricular activity given by the teacher, sometimes overburdening the children. Thank you.
Very well said. With this, we come to an end of round 1. Now I would like to ask the students to cross-examine each other if required. If you have any questions, you can put up your questions.
Ma'am, as you told that co-curricular activities which are taught by the teachers is a burden to a student. There are many students, those who are unable to study. They are suffering from dyslexia. There are 780 million students who are suffering from dyslexia, a learning disease. And the students who are suffering from these, they are not getting proper education. If it is taught by teachers, a very well teacher, but they cannot acquire that knowledge. For them, the co-curricular activities works for their future needs. They can work with those co-curricular activities, like if they are good in dancing, singing, playing, or anything else. They can take that as a career option. And not even those people who are suffering from these diseases, but the people those who are well in all these. There is the rate of employment after the education is 3.5 in India, which is quite less, and it's a race where the rate of risk is too much. And I would like to tell everyone, the young youths, that it's better to run a race where risk is less and success is more. To run a race in comparison to that where rate of success is much less.
Are you going to answer back? The students of Vidyapeeth, how are you going to answer back to this?
If any students are suffering from medical issues, we can provide medical support with education level. You will become a doctor by education. And if you want to become a cricketer, which is a part of co-curricular activities, you will require
or a language which is not a part of education is itself a co-curricular activity. And you told that the expenses of things which are required for playing, the expenses of study is much more than that. The student who is doing engineering, if he take that money which he has invested for the engineering, he can be a rich person in that his own area. He can be one of the richest person because he invested much on his education, and that a bit of that money, if he has used in his co-curricular activities, that will be more successful for him.
Engineering, the money you invest in studying engineering, you get the profit by your education which kept in your mind. That if you do engineering, you can build up a building, and also you can find many things too.
It has already been seen that there are 80% people who are educated in India, but they are jobless, and the rest 20% who have got their job are getting a very limited salary, which is not enough for sustaining life in this expensive market.
Yes, in our India, employment is very less. But if you study good, your grades are good, then you can get employment chance from USA, Google or Microsoft.
You will only have to focus the students, those who are good in academics. There are no lack of people, no lack of the students, those who are not good in academics. What they will do? For them, co-curricular activity works as a backup plan even. You told about education. Many people, those who are educated, are being removed from their jobs during this COVID time. If they had their backup plan as a co-curricular activity, they could sustain their life. I want to tell that you also told and that education is gaining knowledge and skills. Gaining knowledge is okay, which you can earn from the books. But skills, the life will work on skills, not on the bookish knowledge which you have. Bookish knowledge is not sufficient to make a good human being. And a good nation requires good human beings, not the bookish students.
Listen, my friend, you said that by the help of education, you just gain the knowledge. Suppose in which class you are? 8? You are in class 9? You know Pottersville's experiment? Pottersville's experiment, which is present in Pottersville's experiment. Listen, suppose you are going to make a Pottersville's experiment. First you have to study about Pottersville's experiment. Then you can make a model. Without study you cannot make a model or Focker's experiment. That is the point which I have to present.
Just only the information was enough to make that model. Just only the information in the book was enough to make that model.
Why not?
And one more thing. A person named Gbem, who was the owner of IKEA Furnitures, was suffering from dyslexia. He didn't even cross his class 6 academics. But he was the owner of $5,000 million economy. He was one of the billionaires of his time.
Is he businessman? Is he a businessman?
Yes, he is a businessman.
Of what?
I told IKEA Furnitures.
Idea about teachers? So you also have to study about that. So you also have to study.
To make furnitures, you have to study.
Why not?
To make furnitures, you have to study.
Wait a second, I need it.
Required to measure what centimeter will require here, what will be area required for the furniture, for the upper part, for the lower part. Is it not required? Is it not in the calculation of maths?
requires education. But it requires education. But the man who made this was suffering from dyslexia. He had a learning disorder. How could he do that? He could do that because he had the skills. He had that empowerment of how to implement the things. And this is co-curricular activity. The co-curricular activity teaches us how to be, how to make the things, how to be on that, how to get that skills.
Suppose you are a scientist studying atom molecules, so you will not require to learn periodic table.
Just becoming a scientist is okay for a nation. A nation only requires scientists.
I said suppose you are a scientist. I don't say you have to. I said suppose you are a scientist studying on atom molecules. You will not require to study how to use microscope. You will not learn what periodic table is.
To learn about microscope, you told that how to use that microscope. It is a practical learning, and practical learning is a part of co-curricular activity.
You will not learn it. Periodic table, you will not learn it.
I told you that a good nation does not only require scientists. It requires critical thinkers. Competitive exams. But these competitive exams also have important rounds known as interview round, where they have to present their skills. And only the academic work will not give them those skills. For getting that job, for getting the government or competitive exams, they have to earn that skills. Where from the skills will be earned? Will these skills will be provided by book?
Encourage us and refresh our mind, that is good, but the real thing or the primary thing is we have to, as well as we are do the co-curricular activities and participating in the other activities in the school or any kind of other educational institutions. So as much as we have to study about also. Without study we can't know the knowledge, and without the study we cannot encourage our knowledge skills and other skills of these activities.
To pass the interview, the most important skill you require is the communication skill. How to inquire, how to answer the question of the people who are on the board. You require communication skill. For this, you have to participate in debate, in speech. K. Kamarajan, he just studied to class 6, but he is known as the kingmaker.
Situation handling, puzzle solving, and critical thinking. But these things will not be provided by book, by copies, etc. These things will only be provided when we are habituated with co-curricular activities, when we are habituated by playing these games, when we are habituated by thinking all the critical situations.
As he said that for becoming an IAS, he had the skills to solve riddles and also has a sharp mind.
is now became a robot factory. It is just providing the people those who work according to the curriculum. The education is not focusing on any people, those who are critical thinkers. The thinkers are required to make the nation, to make the society better. It's not the robot factory which will make the education better. Even nowadays, the robots are becoming thinkers, critical thinkers. But the students, those who are taught in any education institutes, are just becoming robots. They are being trained to become a worker or being an employee. They are not having that independent think. They are not having that independent thoughts in them. These thoughts are brought by co-curricular activities. And I also want to conclude that only co-curricular activity will not fetch everything. But some amount of education, the academic knowledge is also required. But it's not that the only education is the key to success. Education is one of the key to success and not the only. Thank you.
Now I can say that we are not against co-curricular activities. We are against the burden of the co-curricular activities. We are studying here to advance our society, to advance our country and give our countries better facilities, give our countries whole unemployed person employment, and to make our country's economy better. We are here to advance our country, and we hope that both co-curricular activities and academic courses advance our country. Thank you.
Now, the debate competition, which was held for the topic of holistic development of the students, co-curricular activities should be more important than academic curricular, where Gbem Vidyalaya students, they had said for the topic that co-curricular activities are important, and Vidyapit students said that academics are more important than the co-curricular activities. Both the participants, they had put up their views with a very precise and smart manner. By this, we can understand that the grooming of our students here in this school is really growing up well, where the students are not only writing examinations and receiving good marks, but also they are able to speak confidently about a given topic, that to for the topic and against the given topic. Both the teams had presented well, they had done their homework and preparations well. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the participants. Please give a hand round of applause. Now students, now in India we are having this national education policy where skill development is equally given importance along with the academic strength. Earlier also, if you see the history, like Sikandar had said that people, whoever will want to work in abroad to earn more, and to all the students who are there as an audience, in this debate competition, we both were the judges, myself, Mrs. Ranjita Rajchandran, Principal of Gbem Prathmik Vidyalaya, and
my name is Megha Singh and I am an assistant teacher of geography from Gbem Balika Vidyalaya.
From my judgment view, Gbem English medium received total 155 marks and Gbem Vidyapit received 171 marks. It's not the entire debate. From ma'am's judgment, Gbem Vidyalaya received 181 and Gbem Vidyapit received 184. So in total, Gbem Vidyalaya received 344, whereas Gbem Vidyapit received 355. So here we have the winners of this debate competition. Gbem Vidyapit, who were able to prove that academics as the foundation needs to be stronger, then only you will be able to develop the skills in a better way. Unless you have a knowledge, the base is not strong, and if the base is not strong, then your presentation will